part of what led me down this road is I started to suffer from pretty severe anxiety and panic. And that's what started to shift me out of wholly in the legal profession. And I remember, the first time that somebody talked to me about what anxiety really was. And I was telling them, all this bad stuff that was going to happen. And they're like, yeah, but what if it didn't? Like, what if it was good stuff that happened? And I was like, well, now you're just making stuff up. And they're like, well, aren't you making up the bad? Like, you're creating this story for yourself. But for some reason, we wholly accept that bad things will happen. And then
Mm.
we push back whenever anybody says good things will happen. And that is the biggest shift that I think a person can make, is just like you just said, accepting the good with the bad and acknowledging that they are equally possible. And as soon as you acknowledge they're equally possible, then it's almost like the good rises up to more likely, which is so crazy the way that the universe works. Like as soon as you stop focusing on everything that could go wrong, all of a sudden all this good stuff starts happening.
It's so true, and I'm a big one for language. That's one of the things between feelings and language. It's something that I would do a lot of, and you described yourself there, and as we all generally tend to do, in saying I am anxious, saying, well, I would argue that that's not true. I would say you are feeling anxious.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You are not anxious as a person. It's like I am feeling happy, I'm feeling sad. You don't say I am sad. I
Yeah.
am, we try to personalize it and say it's us. But when we try to say it's no at this point, so if I am sad, then you should be sad in every part of your life.
Yeah.
And you can say to someone, so you never feel happiness. It's like, well, if I don't know, if somebody said hello to me, I would feel happy for a minute. So it's like, so then you're not the definition of sad. So that's not true.
Yeah.
What is true is that you are feeling sad at this time.